Thank you for joining us today for our plumbing inspection for the property on Mountair Lane. We are currently accessing the main line for this inspection through the 3-inch copper roof vent. And the camera is currently located down at our city tap connection in the front street at about 160 feet. And as we pull the camera back slightly here, we do see that the clay to clay connection is offset slightly on the right side. Offset does not appear to have compromised the joint connection. However, we do not see any heavy dirt or root intrusion, and it does not appear to affect flow into the city line. So no repair is recommended at this time. We'll pull the line back now to assess the exterior and interior piping. As we come back towards the front yard, the line transitions from that clay piping into concrete material piping. Concrete material piping, we are going to keep an eye out for any cracks or fractures that appear to have compromised structural integrity. And we'll keep an eye on flow to verify no major restriction. Initially getting down to the tap connection, we ran heavy water from the bathrooms. Check flow from those lines and help the camera through. Coming back now, we are running water from the kitchen sink so we can verify good flow in that secondary line. We have not seen any major buildup in the line at this point. And as long as the usage of the bathrooms and kitchen are able to push all debris through, we can verify a limited concern for backup based off the condition of the line. Something to remember is that roots will intrude through clay and concrete joint connections over time. This is perfectly normal and part of regular function. Roots were allowed to grow through the joint connections in these older style of pipes to prevent them from crushing the line, attempting to get to water. Now, with that being said, we do recommend a semi-regular cleaning of the line based off growth of roots into the piping. Most likely every 1 to 3 years, depending on how quick that growth accumulates. But getting that regular cleaning done should significantly lessen any chance or potential for backup, allowing good flow through. At about 59 feet, we transition from interior to exterior material. Joint connection is properly aligned. Due to the angle of approach, we're having some issues seeing the right side of the connection, but we do not currently see any flow restriction or signs of compromise. Joint connection materials are cast iron connecting to concrete. At about 57 feet, we do see a compromise to the cast iron where roots are growing through the cast iron pipe wall. Unlike concrete and clay piping, any compromise or intrusion through a cast iron joint connection indicates a failure of that joint. So we do recommend this for repair as a structural compromise. We've located this compromise to the cast iron piping in the corner of the backyard as the line leaves the back of the property and wraps around to run towards the street. Depth of that damage is about 3 feet 3 inches. Coming back towards the property, we've had an interesting change of materials a couple times. As the line leaves the property, it is actually leaving the foundation closer to here at 43 feet, where our true internal cast iron is connecting to exterior concrete. That concrete then switches back to cast iron where that compromise was located. But at this true transition from the property, again, joint connection here is properly aligned with good flow to the exterior. There is some minor root intrusion coming through this joint connection, but being connected to a concrete line, this is perfectly normal and acceptable. Pulling the camera back out, last thing to comment on is that we do see some accrual of scale buildup inside the cast iron, which again is a perfectly normal function to the line. Along with that and some of those roots at the transition from the property, we are going to recommend a cleaning once that set of cleanouts has been installed as part of the repair to the cast iron. With that being said, in summary, have the line repaired at the damage to the cast iron, then have the line cleaned, and then continue to maintain and clean every 1 to 3 years. Again, thank you. This is Jimmy working with Sewer Diagnostics for our inspection today.